Hi, this is Erin at Parenting Healthy, and I am here to show you 4 of the latest games from Blue Orange Games. I do a lot with Blue Orange Games. If you scroll through my reviews for kids and gift ideas, you'll see a lot of games from Blue Orange. So here's 4 of their latest ones. These are great for the holidays. You can find them at most retailers or online or Amazon. Typically I leave Amazon links because it's just everyone can have access to Amazon no matter where you live. Reading my blog, you may not have access to some of the retailers I may mention. So this is Blue Orange Games. I'm not unpackaging all of them right now. Typically, on a side note, when I get products sent to me for review, a lot of times my son gets them and we'll open them and I get pictures of him using them. One of these games we've already played. So we get to the point, especially near the holidays, where I allow him to keep some toys, but I also don't want to raise a child that's entitled and spoiled because I get a ton of toys sent to me. So he is going to choose, and I think he's made his choice, 2 games to keep and 2 games to donate. And then we're gonna take them down to the community, a church that's collecting for children for Christmas, and they will get donated. This, along with a ton of other product I have sitting in a corner over there, that's product that we played with enough that I can put it back together and donate it and call it new or gently used. So first here we have what's called UTurn. I will put it up close for a second, try not to get the glare. So UTurn is a 2-person 3D puzzle. So technically what you do is it says you turn and snap until you trap. It's ages 7 and up, 2 players. Master each dimension in the thrilling puzzle strategy game. Choose your color. So imagine each player is going to choose a color, green or orange, and take turns snapping your bricks onto the structure. So within this is kind of a starting structure. So you're going to snap it onto the structure, and each brick contains a dot of your opponent's colors. So I don't know if you can see within the photo, there's little dots. So the green bricks have an orange dot and the orange bricks have a green dot. If you can see that on the front, it's there too. So those dots, you want to try and trap a dot in your color. So they give an example here below. So if you are green, this person is green and they've trapped the orange, if that makes sense. So try and trap a dot in your color by completely surrounding it with your bricks. All sides and all dimensions count. So you can trap it as a rectangle, as a triangle, as long as you have trapped all sides of their color dot in your bricks. So you're trying to trap another player, but you're also trying to keep yourself from being trapped. So where you place your pieces, your bricks, is very important. So this is great. I think 7 and up is a great game for this, strategy wise, and just kind of probably problem solving. I'd just say it's probably more strategy than anything. So that's a great game from Blue Orange. They can have a lot of fun and not realize they're learning. That's kind of fun too. Here's a game called Pinpoint. So it's in a little container like this, and Pinpoint is for ages 7 and up and 1 to 6 players. So what you get is a card, and the card is going to have similar looking pictures. Looks like there's some little aliens. I don't know what these are here. On the back you've got some guitars. So when you look at these pictures, you have looks like 5, looks like all of them are 4 to 5 maybe of these pictures. One of them's an original. So your child or another child needs to look at this picture and be the first to decide which is an original. So if we look here at these guitars, I'm going to get close, maybe you can see this. This is the original guitar, and you can tell because if we look at this guitar, it doesn't have, I'm not a musician, so I don't know my terminology, but it doesn't have the thingies you'd put your finger on the handle of this guitar. This yellow one doesn't have the, is that a strummer? I'm not sure what that is on electric guitar. See, the red one is missing the tuning. Is that the tuning buttons? I'm not sure. See how these have the buttons, but that one doesn't. See how these have kind of whatever that centerpiece is, but this one doesn't. See how these have the little, no, I don't know, chords maybe? But this one doesn't. So you really look, you don't have an original to go off of. You're finding the original. So that's kind of the challenge in this game. 7 and up I think is a great age. I'd be interested to see how a 7-year-old does, but I think a 7-year-old that's able to keep up well enough could find this out. I probably wouldn't pair my 7-year-old with a bunch of 11-year-olds. That might frustrate him, but I think a couple 7-year-olds sitting around could definitely get creative and try and talk out which is the original picture. So let's see if it gives me any more details. It doesn't tell me how many cards. Oh wait, yes it does. So there's 72 challenge cards, 6 colored die, and illustrated rules. So race to be the first to find the original image. Your challenge is to eliminate images with unique characteristics one by one until you only have the original left. A quick eye and a smart deductions will help you win the race. So that is Pinpoint from Blue Orange Games. The next one is called Kaboom, a mad dash to build or crash. This one looks fun. I think my son's going to choose to keep this one and this one. I actually want him to keep this one for maybe some selfish reasons, but so Kaboom is 6 and up, 2 to 5 players, and I like to look at all the size, 2 to 5 players, about 20-minute game time, gameplay. Okay, so it says ready, set, go. You will need to be quick and careful to construct more towers than your opponents. Will they let you construct your precious buildings unhampered, or will they bring them crashing down with the hail from their catapults? Which you can see there's catapults and little plastic pieces here. And you can see you've got a board, and you can see you have building blocks for towers. In Kaboom, you take on the role of master builder, constructing towers as your opponents fire their catapults to knock them down. Towers only score points if they are still standing at the end of your turn. A fun family game that rewards dexterity and precision. So it looks like, these are cards. If you can see, they're like individual cards, and you would choose a card to build on. It tells you the series of blocks you need to build the tower that matches the card. So I imagine what they're building here is sitting on a card with these images. Does that make sense? So the cards are a guide. They're going to tell you what tower to build up. And there, I guess you would decide if you're going to start off to the side or you're going to start in the middle, while your opponents are taking turns trying to knock yours down. So hopefully they don't knock them down too fast, and they give you it takes them a couple tries to knock you down, so you have a couple tries to build it to completion, and then you win. So that looks like a lot of fun. I can see the boys having a blast with that one. The fourth game, bricks. So line up. This is kind of like an advanced tic-tac-toe, I think. Line up. Not tic-tac-toe, what's that? Connect 4, kind of, maybe. Line up 4 to claim the wall. 2 players, ages 7 and up. It says, watch out, your move can be my win. So this is bricks. Build up, line up, and win. It looks like about a 10-minute gameplay. That's about it on the sides. So, in bricks, it says, line up 4 in a row on a whole new level in this one-of-a-kind strategy game. Each turn, players build up the wall of bricks by adding their pieces to the growing structure. So here's what I'm looking at as I read. Okay, we've got this structure going. Each turn, players build up the wall of brick. Oh, I just read that. I'm sorry. Each brick you place is guaranteed to also contain your opponent's symbol or color. Each time you add a new piece, you risk giving your opponent an advantage if you don't plan your move carefully. What will you build your way to a victory? So it says there's 3 clever ways to play. There's 22 bricks with illustrated instructions. I imagine within the instructions you can find a strategy, a game, a way to play this. But let me give you an idea, and I'm going to stand up so I can come to you. So see these bricks? They're like dice. So she's looking at this side of the structure, and he's looking at this side of the structure. So what she sees on this side, she's trying to create 4 in a row. But she has to be careful because how she places her piece, I imagine, I think I've got this right, the way I'm seeing this, how she places her piece could give her opponent an advantage on the other side. So it sounds to me like that's kind of the trick. It's kind of like a connect 4 times 2, being that the other side of the panel could potentially give them 4 in a row. So it is a lot about strategy. So hopefully you've liked what Blue Orange has come up with, again, for learning games. And as far as Blue Oranges, that's what they're known for. It's these learning games. So I appreciate you watching this. There was a lot to cover in here, and being able to show you what these games are all about and how they're going to help your child. So for the most part, these new ones are for ages about 6 and up. And I will put links to all of these below and to Blue Orange Games. And then make sure you have a happy more shopping. Thanks for watching. Bye.